Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely
'Cause I
think
mean,
that durability is important regardless of what you're
yeah,
wearing. Um,
yeah, I'd say mobility, durability, and I guess general protection from the elements and just kind of general, wear and tear.
mhm.
Getting scraped up is not. I mean, it sucks in general, but imagine the apocalypse where if that gets infected, better have some some what's it called, antibiotics or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, always carry a med
Yeah.
kit
Always. And water.
and water.
Even for boo-boos, because Trevor can attest that at Fold a Gap a couple years back when we got all caught up in Ivy's trap.
Yeah, I almost lost my eye because I fell, and I was inches away from going straight into a wooden branch.
Yeah,
It was
that's
terrifying.
Oh, even with iPro on, Trevor.
Yes, even with eye.
My goodness, that's a pretty wild story, dude.
Like, I was going fast.
Jeez.
Like, what's likely to have happened is it probably would have knocked it off.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then there'd be the
I don't think
whole
we called
freaking
Blind
out
Man,
about that.
I don't think we called Blind Man, but it was like because we weren't in the middle of a firefight. We were just kind of like getting out of the area.
Mhm.
We're hiking back,
Yeah.
and then just kind of
And I
we got
tripped
caught
on
in
one of the
spots.
brambles.
Yeah, I know. CJ, do you carry even for the events? Do you carry a med kit with you?
I carry a small one for the past couple ones. For Rev, not really, because I mean we're close anyway to the cars and whatever. But for Omega, yeah, I haven't really needed to take it out. I do carry a little small, like waterproof med kit. That's just Band-Aids, antiseptic. What is it? The wipes, the alcohol wipes, and like tweezers. Just kind of some small odds and ends, just for boo boos and owies.
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's a comfort.
If we're
thing.
talking, oh yeah, for sure. And even if you want to flip it to IRL type stuff.
Oh, I carry a crash kit in my car.
If you go, oh yeah, like if you were to go, out scavenging one day and you hurt yourself in some way, shape, or form, but it's something small like an open wound, though. Yeah. Something like that goes untreated can definitely take you out of the fight for sure. And I personally have opted because I normally carry a backpack with me wherever I go. Yes, it is a Molly backpack. It's not Gucci tack, but it is Molly.
Yeah,
one of the.
I've got an old JanSport that I've had like since forever, but I generally haven't really had a reason.
Hey man, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. I've just opted to carry a just a small. I wouldn't say small trauma kit, but I do have some things for burns, lacerations, and if you're performing one person CPR sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I recommend everyone kind of get. They don't have to necessarily be like Red Cross, certified, but I recommend everyone, and Trevor can test this. Our friend group in college get basic training in first aid.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Either crucial.
I'd say I probably should. I've no bare bones, but I've never really taken a course. So
but I mean, there's so many
to
things
do
on
that
YouTube or online. Yeah. You'll be fine. I'll
get
some of that.
I mean, and it's not even like real world, like craps hit the fan sort of apocalyptic scenario where you would need this stuff. If you go to an event, someone sprains their ankle, gets a cut, gets this or that, and if you're the only person around, well, yeah, if you're the only person around, well, you're there by yourself.
Yeah.
With you and your knowledge until someone else who has superior knowledge arrives.
Yeah, this kind of goes into like real world stuff in my past. I used to be a referee at a airsoft field and paintball, and we had an incident.
I remember that.
We've had two incidents where people have gotten. Well, that's the second one, not necessarily hurt, but the first one definitely was hurt. I think Merchant was there. Kid.
Yeah, the dude broke his leg.
Yeah, he broke his ankle or something going through a ditch. He like overshot it or something, and he ended up tumbling.
When he jumped to the other side, his knee overextended and bent really bad. I don't know if it may have broke, but at the time we didn't know. But it was something.
Was that let me ask? Was that the kid? Was that the kid whose father was a medic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then they.
Okay.
So
what happened is I was there too. I remember that.
Yeah, so immediately when that happened, pretty much anybody and everybody that had some form of medical training jumped on it and were like, okay, this is what we need to do. Like, of course, his dad knows exactly when it needs to be done, so he was like, I need to get him in the car, because I need to take him to the hospital because we're not going to pay for the ambulance.
The ambulances are expensive. I used to work on one.
Yeah. And, but, like, Merchant and a bunch of other guys basically were right on top of things. They got the gurney. I kind of sort of helped carry them. That thing was, I don't know if it's because it was one of those, like, plastic ones, but it was just it was a bit unruly to carry a person on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's a pain
especially
in the butt,
when you've got like 6 other dudes trying to carry it at the same time at different paces.
Yeah, and different heights. So for something like that, it's you still want to get the strongest people, but you don't want to have like 100 people doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tends to be. I mean, because if we're talking more the realm of airsoft, even when it comes to post-apocalyptic events, you'll see a lot of military veterans, first responders, law enforcement people. They'll be there. I mean, you may not know that this person has X experience, but these
people will not.
The airsoft crowd draws sort of these people.
Yeah.
And everyone will jump at the opportunity to do it, and that could create definitely some hazards. I've seen my fair share over there at Ballahack. I think it was Nocree. The last Nocree that happened, if I remember correctly, either that or was a Z event. There's a young woman who was walking, and of course, classic Ballahack. Everything is slippy and slidey, and muddy, don't get your foot stuck in this hole.
Yeah.
And she injured her ankle, and when she fell, injuring her ankle, she actually overextended her knee as well.
Yeah.
Me and the ref, I believe, who was also had medical experience, medical training. Me and him were covering the situation and, doing the taking off her shoe, mobile stabilization, yada, 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 whole 9 yards. But my goodness, were we ever outshone, had ourselves, humbled. There was a guy sitting in his vehicle. I guess his kid was there playing at the event, and he gets out of his car. He's like, what's going on here? We're like, oh, such and such happened, we just kind of need some space. And he's like, oh, I'm a trauma surgeon. Let me step in and help out here.
He's dripping on y'all.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah, and he just comes in and takes the whole show, starts directing us on what to do. We make a makeshift splint, and I was happy. I was the one who got to wrap her leg. I got to utilize some of that training, and I was like, well, even a someone who has no experience could do this the same way, just wrap her leg around. But I was like, oh, get to help out a little bit. But yeah, that trauma surgeon put us in our place that day. We were definitely humbled.
Were they nice, or were they?
Oh yeah, no, they were super nice about it. But it was like. It was just having
the aura of authority.
Oh wow, how nonchalant did this trauma surgeon just walk up and take over the oh, this is what needs to happen. And the guy was super cool about it. Both myself and the ref who had the medical experience were like, oh yeah, bro, you take the lead, boss. You're the actual doctor here. We are pretenders in your presence.
That reminds me of the photo shoot where the guy messed up his leg, and the one of the parents there was not just I think it was a trauma nurse, or she was like, I think she was a trauma nurse, but she was like, she was nice to us, but she's someone you do not want to piss off.
Yeah,
she's the kind of person in the hospital that directs other nurses.
Oh wow.
She was like, every other word was like fuck or shit.
I'm refraining from cuss. We can cuss, right?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I'm not
going to be a
sailor.
Anyways. Yeah. I'm not going to be a sailor.
I mean, if Phoenix joins, who knows what's going to happen? So.
Oh, good goodness! And I saw you've been trying to ring him. Yeah. I guess he's on a call.
Yeah, he's in
an inner city trauma nurse, and she just did not take any fucks.
Gives no fucks.
She just gave no fucks.
Oh, she man. Was nice speaking of the new Canada for this last Deso 3, New Canada.
Almost
our
everybody there was military.
Doc. Oh yeah. Everyone was either military or prior law enforcement, something.
And then there's us.
We were because we'd been to the events before.
Yeah.
So we're like, we may not be military, but we kind of know what to expect.
Totally.
Oh yeah. But and even the camp leader, his name was Doc, and he had the medical experience from the military.
Yeah.
That's I can't tell you how crucial that is. Being even though we weren't super far away from the cadre or event organizers or any of those people, role players and whatnot, to get medical evacuation out for certain people. I know that we had one of those. We had a guy who was an Army vet, but he was also a diabetic. If you remember him in the camp.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
And he actually needed to take medication, to which the doc, kind of administered to him or whatever. But it's funny the different approaches they'll take on medicine, because there's a paramedic who's there, then there's our camp doctor with the military experience. In my opinion, it's more like rub dirt on it and I got some duct tape in the corner if you need help.
You'll be fine.
Sort of deal. His combat medicine experience versus the hospital setting is quite humorous for sure.